G'day YouTube, Down to Bricks here. Welcome to another City Works video. I'm going to rattle on for a little bit here, so please bear with me. Again, I just want to thank everybody for their outstanding support. It really is fantastic. It's made these videos really successful for me, and for me, the success isn't the views, it's how much it connects with people, and I really feel like these videos are connecting with people, so that is just absolutely fantastic. So much so that I'm actually thinking of just making these my regular city update videos. So basically I've still called this one part 4, but I'm thinking after that just dropping the part and just making it, I'll probably still call it City Works or City Under Construction video, but really just make it more of my city update. And then every once in a while I'll just do a full city tour video and just show everyone the whole city again. If anyone wants to see the whole city, of course I have got stacks of previous city updates, so if you're new to the channel, please go to my playlist, go back and have a look at some of those old updates, and I'll take you right through the whole city because there is stacks to see. And while I'm giving my other updates a bit of a plug, please give this video a thumbs up too, that would be awesome. But now I want to have a talk about some of the awesome suggestions I've been getting from people and some of the awesome feedback. So from the last update, the railing and the 6-wide boardwalk along the lagoon there, everyone suggested the black railing 6-wide was the best options there. I didn't actually have anyone say 8-wide or the brown railing, so that's a no-brainer, that one. I'm going to stick with the 6-wide and the black railing. I've had some great suggestions from Aussie Brick Chick, thank you. I've had a few people suggest putting a croc in the lagoon. Thanks to Bricks on the Coast, Flash Pants, Bricks and Games. Awesome suggestion. I'm going to do that. I might, not sure where I'm going to sneak him in, but I'll get a croc in there somewhere. Had a really good suggestion from Jason Miller, Charm City Bricks. He suggested I put in some flower stems, carrot tops, something like that to represent cattails in the lagoon. I think that's a great idea, so I've got a few little things here I've thought about. TF Bricks also suggested something similar to that too, so I'm going to do a lot more work around that bridge. So the bridge will be going in today, of course, that you've already seen a video of me building that, so that's going to go in. So I've got a bit more work to do around that area. And the other thing I had a lot of people talk about was putting in more rock work and maybe even a fountain. So originally my whole thought for this lagoon is basically to be a man-made waterway. It's just basically a man-made water feature in the city, just to add a little bit of life to the city. So I didn't really want to go with too much rock work. I really wanted more of a polished look to it. But I have taken the suggestion on board. I'm going to put a little bit of rock work around the bridge, and that might just break it up a little bit. A little bit of rock work and some plants around there, and I think that's going to look pretty good. Not too much, just a little bit. As for fountain, look, the whole idea for me was to try and have as much water showing as possible. So I'm really liking the blue effect and just adding a bit more color to the city. So that's why I've sort of really not thought about doing a fountain in the city. It's just, in the lagoon. It really is just to keep that open expanse of water. Got to give a shout out to Flash Pants and CCE Bricks. I had some good suggestions about what I should be doing with the footpath area around the Palace Cinema, and I'm yet to really work out what I'm going to do there. I've taken on board what those guys have suggested. I've got to have a bit more of a think about it. I'm not going to probably worry about even getting anywhere close to that today because I've got so much work to do still on the Boardwalk and Lagoon. So I'll probably leave that to the next update. And a shout out to Paul's Bricks as well. He's asked if I'm going to be locking the modulars down. And yes, I will. They actually slide in under the boardwalk there, so that one stud, it just has to slip in under the boardwalk. So what I'm going to do is just put a couple of studs on the back corners of the base plates that are there and just slip them under and lock them down. So that will be coming. I haven't worried about doing that yet because I'm just taking them in and out all the time, so just gets a bit of a pain when they're locked in there. So once it's all done, the final thing, I'll put a couple of studs. A couple of studs? A couple of studs there, lassie. A couple of studs on the back corner just to lock those down. Yeah, but I think that is about it. So let's whack it into time lapse and get cracking. Okay, I put some tiles down in here just to finish off in there. I've got to lift this up, put some stairs coming up to level to the bridge, but have a look at that boardwalk. I am really happy with that. Doesn't look as good without the building now. I should have probably put it in place, but that's coming. Wow, yeah, I'm loving that. That looks really good. And then coming back to the bridge, and there we have our bridge. Something a bit sneaky under there. So I ended up going with these pieces here. They're pretty cool. I wanted to put, I want to actually change these to olive stem pieces. So I do have some coming from bricks and pieces. So I'll be just changing these few to the olive ones. The ones underneath I'll leave. If I go try and get in under there, I'm probably blocking the light. Hang on, I'm bumping the camera here. Sorry about that shaking. If I come under here, I actually change that back wall to black, just to, so it sort of gives it a look of more depth. It was grey before and it sort of stood out, so it being black, it sort of really shades all that. So I think that looks really good. Super happy with the bridge. I reckon that's pretty cool. So it's got to come over. I've got to have a raised sectional here of boardwalk that's just going to run, let me get the camera in the right spot, just run straight along here onto here, and then you just be able to come across onto this boardwalk. I'll probably come down a little bit, maybe down to about here or something. And yeah, I do think that looks rather cool. I'll tell you what else I really love. These flowers, aren't they awesome? These Friends flowers. Wow, they are wacky-doo. I really like these ones. I like these other ones too. Go down here. I like them ones as well, but this type here, I really love that. That is fantastic. So, a bit tricky to get them. I might have to look at who's selling them just on their own, I think, and grab a few more. I mean, these ones are cool, but I just think they look so much better. I mean, it's probably a type of flower you expect to see in a lagoon, I think. And the other thing, all the tiles. Finally got the whole thing tiled off. I've even got extras, so how cool is that? I've probably pulled about 2 dozen out from under the bridge and around the rock work and that. I had like 2 dozen more to put in there. And oh, and the rock work, what do you think about that? Just probably just adds a little something, just that connection between the bridge and the boardwalk there, and then a little bit around there as well. So I think I'll just keep going now and try and finish off this section here onto the bridge and over the back, and then we'll probably call it quits, but let's have a crack at that. So anyone care for a stroll on the boardwalk? Really like that platform. I think that came together really nice. We go up over the bridge. We got the platform on the other side. Of course, you can step up onto the boardwalk along the lagoon. But check this out. That is awesome, isn't it? I tell you what, I am just really loving this. We got the assembly square in, and I'm just absolutely loving this whole scene now. And just to think, it really all started when the assembly square came out, and there was talk how they based some of the design from this building on the cafe corner, and right from that time the missus and I had a chat about it, and we just knew we had to put these two buildings together, and I'm just absolutely loving it. I just think it's turned out fantastic. So a lot has been done to get to this point, as you guys that have followed all along know. So let me know what you think. I'm just over the moon with it. One thing it has highlighted that I talked about in the earlier episodes is the blocking of the buildings behind, so that's definitely an issue, and I'm kind of standing here, pretty much standing at how I'm looking at it here from my height, so you can really see that it has blocked those back modulars. So it's just one of those things that this is really the fun thing for me with city building, is just working everything out, the planning. I know a lot of people use computer programs and lay everything out and get everything honky-dory how they want it before they even start, but for me, you know, you can plan till the cows come home, but until you actually start laying your sets down, your bricks down, your modulars, getting your buildings in place, for me, it's really just that hands-on experience with it that really makes it enjoyable for me. And I think now moving forward, my next thing is to look at that. I'm just going to push them down. I'm just going to have empty base plates at the back for now until I can get my next tower built. But moving forward, this section needs some love, that is for sure. So that's probably going to be where I go on the next update, is start trying to tidy this area up. I think it's definitely going to spell the end for the petrol station there. I think that's going to have to finally find a new home. I'm really not sure what I'm going to do with it. I don't want to take it out of the city, so I'm going to have to find something with it. But yeah, I'm definitely keen to sort that out. Continue this little, I'm not going to continue as a boardwalk, but just make it more of a pedestrian way down to the train station here. Again, this side, this still needs a bit of love as well to fix this up, make more of a pedestrian area through here, make a way that you can access the boardwalk up onto this platform, and of course continue the boardwalk down in between these shops here. And I'm just thinking, looking at my tiles, may just have enough to get that finished. I think I mentioned earlier that I may not have enough, but I'm going to give it a fair crack and see how I go. And then of course tidying this area up here as well, and finally getting the church fixed into place and just doing something with this area. I'm really keen just to have this as a nice open bit of grass area, maybe a small park there. So yeah, so that's moving forward. And of course, not to forget that I've got to fix up the footpath all around the cinema there. So but yeah, that's next time. And now I am just going to really enjoy what's been done so far, because I'm really happy with it. I'm so glad that the missus and I came up with this idea, and we've been able to get it done, and it just has really brightened up the city. But that's what I think. I certainly want to know what you guys think as well, so please put it all in the comments. Don't be shy. If you're new to the channel, say good day. I'd love to hear from you. And again, give the video a thumbs up, that'd be awesome. Subscribe if you want to see more, because you know you're going to get more. Let's go for a little cruise under here. But I think that's about it for this update. So thanks everybody for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.